One street in Toronto with weird bike infrastructure is Roncesvalles Avenue, a north-south route near High Park that's home to lots of shops. Near transit stops, there are elevated platforms very clearly marked as being for bikes, but elsewhere along the street there's next to nothing for those of us on two wheels.
The first problem for cyclists is that these elevated so-called bike lanes might have paint to show that bikes can go through, but given their position they functionally seem like they're made to be the platform for the streetcar stop. We weren't there on a busy day, so it wasn't a problem for us, but this is just a really easy way to create conflict between cyclists and transit users.
The second problem, really the weirdest part, is that these hybrid bike lane transit platforms are the only bike infrastructure on the street. After the platform, the space just turns into parking, so you have to veer into the driving lane to the left of the parked cars. This creates enormous opportunities for getting doored. Because you're on the driver's side of the cars, there's nothing indicating to drivers to expect bikes, and even worse, when you veer left from the boarding platform from a driver's perspective, it probably seems like you're appearing from nowhere.
For cyclists, the best approach is probably to stay in the middle of the lane well away from car doors, but on top of cyclists often not liking to slow down traffic, crossing streetcar tracks can be pretty dangerous on a bike, especially if you have thinner tires. One study found that 1/3 of serious bike accidents in downtown Toronto involve streetcar tracks.
As for solutions, a big first step would get rid of the parking to allow bike lanes to be extended for the whole street. It's always weird to take up such prime space on an important road for cars just to sit there. That still leaves the conflict between the bike lane and transit stop, but that's harder to solve because this isn't an especially wide street.
To be fair to Toronto, the bike platform configuration that we're criticizing here was implemented around 2009, and if they were doing it today, the result would probably be better. The problems here still matter though, since this is a legitimately dangerous setup, and when we were there recently we saw no small number of cyclists taking this street.
Thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to bike and subscribe.